number of dot balls. You probably heard that conversation, Lenny. And the U.S. would have wanted to have converted a handful of those dot balls into singles. It makes this a completely different game. Bangladesh is to some extent are falling into the same trap, but they, I think, have paced their innings a little bit better. This partnership now growing.
And Brian, as we have seen so many times at the international level, I'm pretty sure if the win probability chart, you will have to probably give Bangladesh being ahead at this point of the game, 67 to win from 58 with a flourishing pair out in the middle who's really gone up to post 48 so far. And we saw Ridoy in the opening game got 59, so he's a batter that the US will want to see the back of. Oh, chance of a run out. Stranded is Shanto. And the Americans have gotten a breakthrough because of a miscommunication between the two batters out in the middle. In the end, the US picks up a run out.
It is fortuitous because look what happens. You'll see on the replay, he played the ball and I think a single was there, but he inadvertently kicks it and it goes straight to Corey Anderson. So in doing that, he creates a run out for his side without meaning to. It was absolutely accidental. The second game in a row where you see almost a comical run out. This should give us a good look.
Get ready, Cheyenne.
Plays it here, but then kicks it, and it goes right to Corey Anderson. A single is there for the taking if he doesn't kick it. Oh my goodness, that would be the most mortifying way to get out. Wouldn't be able to see from that last replay, but the one before it, he plays the shot, and then in his follow-through after playing the shot, ends up booting it, a perfect kick right to Corey Anderson, who effects the run out himself. Comical stuff, but I guarantee the Bangladeshis are not laughing.
So Shakib comes to the middle, 67 to win from 57 balls. And Nazmul Hussain Shanto would be quite unhappy with what has happened here. That big partnership has come to an end. This one cut away, good looking shot. And Ridoy picks up a couple of runs, and so 2 more runs here for Bangladesh, Brian Walters.
And speaking of run-outs, Shakib Al Hassan was run out on Tuesday in almost as comical a fashion, ended up in the middle of the pitch while the stumps were disturbed. At the end he was supposed to be running to. So maybe just quite working the kinks out on that occasion, Shakib Al Hassan, but you don't expect for him to fail like that twice in a row. So see what type of partnership this pair can develop.
Wait.
And Corey Anderson, Brian, has really come into his first over. It's gone pretty well. We've seen 5 balls in the over. He's only given up 4. His name will be on the scorecard as aiding that run out. And these days, the modern scorecard will give you some bit of credit when you are part of a run out. And so Corey Anderson will be featured on our scorecard. And so 65 to win from 55 balls. This game is in a good position. Top edged over the keeper, running up to third. Ali Khan gives chase. And we'll have to wait and see. It looks like a couple of runs off the bat of Ridoy. And so 11 gone, it's 82 for 3.
Pakistan. 2024 ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who is the next champion?
So 63 to win from 54. Stephen Taylor comes back into the attack, Brian. A match in which Bangladesh badly needs a win. And a win for them will level the series.
Bangladesh badly needs a win, and the Americans badly need a wicket. Absolutely need to break this partnership, and with the two lefties on strike, not surprising that you see, or at the wicket rather, not surprising. I'm sorry, Shakib Al Hassan is on strike, Tawad Ridoy, who's at the non-strikers end, but more to the point, Stephen Taylor is in because they're trying to get a wicket here, bowling to the left-hander from around the wicket.
And Brian, you spoke about the World Cup beginning in about 9 days, and when that happens and Shakib Al Hassan plays another game, he will be in his 9th World Cup. He'll join Rohit Sharma. Now, Rohit Sharma has made 39 World Cup appearance. Shakib Al Hassan is right next to him on 36. Ridoy has looked good from day one of this series, looking for a couple of runs. The running has been good, and look at that, putting pressure on the fielder. And a couple more runs here for the right-hander. Ridoy picks up 2 more.
That's good running. Shadley Van Skalkovic is back on the boundary ropes at deep mid-wicket, so he had to come sprinting all the way inside the circle to get that one. Always going to be 2, but importantly, they committed to that second run.
And when you look at what has happened here, Brian, we'll look back and say that probably the U.S. might have been short 20-25 runs, but still so much to play for. 59 for 49 balls. You never know how a game can swing. Shakib Al Hassan, very experienced. Ball driven into the offside. Shadley is there, so that will in fact, House is there, and that completes 12. So 12 gone, 86 for 3.
Yeah. 2010, England. (2024) ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who is the next champion?
So we come down to 59 to win from 48 balls, Brian. 7 wickets in hand. And Corey Anderson continues, and Ridoy has picked up 1. He's batted well.
He has indeed. Of course, coming off of the back of a 50 on Tuesday. Now 24 from 18 with a 6. But you get the sense that this pair, Bangladesh will want, if not taking them all the way home, will get them close enough to within shouting distance of victory. And you mentioned the win predictor earlier, Lenny. My win predictor is probably 63% Bangladesh, 37% the U.S., and you're shaking your head.
So ball cut away. Lovely shot from Shakib Al Hassan. Now look at that. They race away towards the backward point area. That's 4 runs.
Good looking delivery, or good looking shot rather. Corey Anderson getting this one just a touch too wide, offering the width to Shakib Al Hassan from over the wicket. So he wants this one to be right on off stump, maybe just on 4th stump. This one is a lot wider than that, giving the room to Shakib Al Hassan to cut that away behind point for 4.
And Brian, I shook my head because I went for the popular percentage of 80-20 on that one. And that was even before the 4 that was cut away. So this has now gone up to 88-12.
88-12. So, you know, you've probably heard the phrase, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. One of those uncertainties could be a hat trick, or somebody else kicks the ball right to the ball and is followed through and he gets a run out. So a number of things can still happen, but I do take your point.
So big appeal. Umpire Aditya Gajar is unmoved. And I made the point because I thought Harmeet Singh in the previous game, Brian.
Let's see what Corey Anderson is upset about. For me, that angle is going down leg. It wasn't quite as high as I thought initially, but certainly from around the wicket and swinging, I think that ball clearly misses leg stump.
So 53 to win from 44. Might be wondering why I gave Bangladesh such great percentage in what is required. Well, Corey Anderson has struck the leg stump, and so Ridoy goes. He falls for 24. It's 92 for 4.
You hear Corey Anderson yelling like he's a 25-year-old man. He's 33 years old these days, but he is so enthusiastic about this. And Ridoy chops this one onto his stumps, looking to go big over mid-wicket, getting a thick inside edge and the ball trickling onto the stumps. So there's the game of glorious uncertainty that I keep talking about, Lenny. And so your percentages are now different, I would imagine.
Well, we'll go with 79-21.
Here we see on the replay, yeah, looking to go to mid-wicket, and look at Corey Anderson. You know how much it means to him. And he absolutely yells to the heavens as a big wicket falls here. Ridoy, who batted so well on Tuesday, and again was in a good position here to look to launch toward the back end of this innings. But unfortunately for him, he loses his wicket. Bangladeshis now lose 4.
So it looks like Mamadullah has come to the middle. And the fall of Ridoy's wicket, Brian Walters, have made it quite interesting now, as the Americans will probably find that they've got a little bit of opening to work with.
There is an opening, but the two most experienced batters in the Bangladeshi side, Mamadullah and Shakib Al Hasan, are now both at the wicket. Shakib Al Hasan, the non-striker, and Mamadullah is now taking strike. 1 ball remaining here in Corey Anderson's second over.
And the irony is, both Mamadullah and Shakib Al Hasan has played the most T20 international matches for Bangladesh. And so it comes in at a time in which they need 53 from 42 balls. So 13 gone, it's 92 for 4.
টান উত্তেজনার ক্রিকেট বিশ্বের সেরা দামালদের অংশগ্রহণে অধিনায়কের লড়াই।
Has been given another over. 3 overs, no made, none for 17. And ball chopped into the offside. How has the U.S. fielding been today, Brian?
Fielding has been decent. You have your sprinters in the outfield, Jesse Singh, Shadlavan Skalvik, Nitish Kumar, have all fielded well on the boundary. And I think to the extent that there have not been a whole lot of catches or catching opportunities, not much has happened there. But you have the fielders in position to be the most defensive.
Lofted into the onside. It could carry all the way. It does. So Shakib Al Hasan has come out with a big shot, and that is gone for 6.
Just for a split second, I thought that Ali Khan may have just had a chance to do one of those spectacular catches on the boundary, but he didn't quite get the chance. Shakib Al Hasan throwing the bat at this one, getting it away for 6.
Nicely, Boba. Well, buddy.
So good comeback ball from Stephen Taylor. And you made the point, Brian Walters, that out in the middle, the experience of Mamadullah and Shakib Al Hasan could be a turning point in this game.
There you go.
We spoke about the pressure this team has had to endure in the last 48 hours. Being a full member, having lost to an associate country in the United States. And so they want to get it right. It comes down and carries 1 bounce in front of Ali Khan for 4. And so 10 of this over. That's a big shot from Shakib Al Hasan.
4 dot balls in Stephen Taylor's last over, but 2 of those deliveries go for 6 and a 4 respectively. So ends up conceding an expensive one. See on the replay here, gets this one maybe just a touch too straight and drilled down the ground by Shakib Al Hasan. 100 up with that strike. 102 for 4 is the score after 14.
আস্তে আস্তে করছে বামাতি
2012 West Indies 2024 ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who is the next champion?
For 6. So we come down to 43 to win from 36 balls, and Shadley Van Skalkwyk has come back into the attack, Brian. Couple of overs for him, 2 overs, no made, none for 11, and he comes in here defending just over 7 runs on over. Every run will count, and now that brings Shakib Al Hassan. He's been quite effective, in fact a couple of runs, and so 2 more runs to Bangladesh. The running has really been well.
Absolutely good running, and that a bit of a miscue between Corey Anderson and Ali Khan that time, getting mixed up at short third, and ball squirting away far enough for them to run through for a couple. So those 2 runs mean that the margin for victory, or the number of runs required for victory, is now down to 41, Lenny. Getting slightly easier for the Bangladeshis.
So ball driven into the offside, and Brian, you get the feeling run a ball will take them pretty close across the line, a game in which they badly need to win to stay alive in the series.
Right him round.
Thing is, you do know from this stage that the experience in the middle with these 2, they've seen cricket and played cricket in a number of different scenarios, so this is not something that will concern them very much. You know that normal, proper cricket gets you home from here.
So ball tucked away into the onside. Running quickly is Shakib Al Hassan. They'll settle for 1. So 20 teams going up to the World Cup, Bangladesh and the USA being among those. The USA, of course, qualifying because of being joint host with the West Indies, and Bangladesh, of course, making the cut because they were the next best T20 top teams from outside of the top 8. I know it gets complicated in the last World Cup. All about him. So Mamadullah has been cleaned up by Shadley Van Skalkwyk. Hope for the Americans. Another wicket falls.
Shadley Van Skalkwyk, mentioned him earlier, the subtle changes. This one was the quicker delivery, and right through the 38-year-old experienced Mamadullah. That is not easy to do. So I mentioned earlier that he's going to be one of your key bowlers, not just for this series, but going into the World Cup. Shadley Van Skalkwyk proving exactly that here, getting a ripper of a delivery, goes right through Mamadullah. This should give you a good sense here from this replay. Look at this, dead on straight, wicket to wicket, but it was a quicker delivery, and oh, that front foot is nowhere near in the same zip code as that delivery, and he sneaks and exploits that big gap between bat and pad. And number 5 is down. Do the Americans have a chance, Lenny? Do I hear you updating your win predictor as we speak?
So Zakir Ali comes to the middle. Maybe it's 65-35. And the big laugh of Brian comes out because the changing complexities of these numbers. So Shadley Van Skalkwyk has picked up 1. And it all comes down to 39 to win from 32 balls. 5 wickets standing here for Bangladesh. If the US wins this game, they'll take the series with 1 final game on Saturday. And the US still has a busy calendar even before the World Cup starts, Brian. They play a couple of games with Nepal. And Bangladesh, their opening warm-up game is in New York, by the way, and they take on India. So here is Shadley Van Skalkwyk to Zakir Ali. Ali turns it into the onside, looking for a couple of runs. But you get a feeling that Shakib Al Hassan decided that 1 will be it.
Yeah, that 1 good enough. Shakib Al Hassan having now been dismissed, or the partnership between him and Mamadullah have been broken. Mamadullah having been dismissed. More now falls onto the shoulders of Shakib Al Hassan. 1 ball remaining here in over number 15, but now 31 to go, 38 runs needed.
So still asking over 7.3 is the asking rate. They're going at 7.2, so the number's just about there for Bangladesh. Shadley Van Skalkwyk has bowled a very good over. He comes to an end, 15 gone, it's 107 for 5.
Good.
2014 Sri Lanka. (2024) ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who is the next champion?
So we come down to the last 30 balls, 38 to win. It's anybody's game, and in come Manali Patel into the box, former Canadian international player. Manali, this is heading down to the finish line.
Well, we did say they needed a couple of wickets, and USA have pulled that off. And when you get a player like Mamadullah out, and out fairly early where he's not had the chance to settle down, you'd have to favor some chances towards USA.
So we've seen Jackie Raleigh, he can really give the ball a tap. But you get the feeling Manali, oh, chance again, oh, in the end. What's up with run out and Shakib Al Hassan?
Well, in his, or to his favor, I should say, there was a misfield. Otherwise, that would have been tight. But the communication, we saw a horrendous run out that he was involved in, where he was the batter out in the first game. A couple of sketchy shots again. This one almost a run out. Had it been a clean pickup.
So they need 37 from 29 balls. Jesse Singh gets another spell. Oh, tucked away into the onside. But protection out in the deep and only a single. Are you surprised, Manali, that Jesse Singh comes back into the 16th over, having bowled a very good first over earlier on?
I'm absolutely not surprised. If anything, I was surprised when he was taken off. He does have a really good variation with his bowling. He's able to subtly change his pace. The subtle variations have made him very hard to pick. Even in the first game, we saw that. We are at a situation, though, right now where he could, or he should pick up a couple of wickets. And as I say that, they pick up a single. If they can see the back of Shakib Al Hasan at this point, I think USA is going to feel very comfortable.
Yeah, the Bangladeshi has really run well and just been able to ease the ball into the offside. Good communication. Just a couple of balls ago, the communication was not as good as this delivery here. And Jesse Singh with 3 in the over so far. He's given up 3 singles. It's been tidy, but such a long way to go in T20 cricket with half the over gone. 35 still needed from 27 balls. 7.7 is the ask. Ball cut away. That's a lovely shot. Good fielding from the Americans. And in fact, that has gone away for 4. I thought one of the fielders got onto the ball, but not so. That's a lovely shot for 4.
Yeah, it was placed to absolute perfection by Shakib Al Hasan. He's showing his experience, and he's so deep in his crease as well. He made that ball shorter than it really was, being so deep in his crease, and he placed that really well, just getting it past the fielder at point.
So it brings the equation down to 31 from 26. Jesse has gone for 7 of the over so far. And every over that goes by that he doesn't bowl under 7, it will go higher. Or in fact, it will go lower. Cut away! And that's another 4 for Shakib Al Hasan. And he picks up successive boundaries of Jesse Singh.
Yeah, again, a little bit short, a little wide from Jesse Singh. Shakib Al Hasan, he played it late too. Just places it backward of point. And what we're seeing here is the masterclass of Shakib Al Hasan is the experience that he has playing for Bangladesh. The records that he holds, he's putting it on fine display today.
Manali, sometimes, a lot of time when you watch T20 game, it comes down to a point of turn or the turnaround of events. And you look at this over, mark this over, the 16th over that has gone for 12. Might have been a big one here for Bangladesh. 16 gone, it's 119 for 5.
Yeah, we did mention earlier about 20-25 runs short USA with the bat today, and had they had those additional 20 to 25 runs, that required run rate would
2016 West Indies. (2024) ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who is the next champion?
As they're able to pick up his wicket, and then that pendulum swings again.
So 26 needed from 24. Shadley 1 for 16 off 3. We've seen a big over for Bangladesh off the bowling of Jesse Singh.
That's pulled away. Just be the single. At this point, it has to be wickets. It's not going to be dot balls. It's not going to be singles. It has to be wickets for USA.
And the fact is, USA has gone into this game missing a finger spinner in Nosh Kenjige. And they have opted for Shadley Van Schokwick. He's not bowled bad. 3.1, 1 for 17 so far. And it comes down to 25 to win. Bangladesh badly needs a win.
Slower delivery, and that's just pushed into the offside for a single.
And a win will equal the series and set up a big final on Saturday, so to speak. We've seen so many times T20 series have always been very brief, very quick. I talked about 8 drawn series for Bangladesh over the years, and that is because T20 series are relatively short. Sometimes they're 2 matches series. You win one, you lose one, and it becomes a draw series. Into the offside. That's a lovely shot again from Shakib Al Hassan. And he'll pick up a couple of runs. He's been fluent today.
He's definitely looking like he's found his form out there. Has played well, pushed into the offside. In the end, a couple of runs. T20 cricket, you know, you're right. They're short series. It's quick turnarounds. Not as many days off in between the games either.
And you look at almost run a ball here, Manali in 2024. You shouldn't be struggling to get 6-7 runs and over coming down to the last 20 balls. I thought Harmeet Singh made a profound statement when he said in the last player of the match, and he did mention 12, 13 and 14 runs in the last stages of a T20 match has become normal. Couple of good ball eased into the offside. The runs continue to come here for Bangladesh. They're closing in on what could possibly be a tie of the series with one more match to go.
Yeah, just 22 needed off, or 21 needed off 19 deliveries. And we're talking 12 runs and over not being enough of a challenge these days. So when you're just run a ball.
Yeah, we saw earlier on that the Bangladeshi came out with a lot more purpose in their bowling. They made a couple of changes to the side. In the air, could fall in no man's land. In fact, no. To catch, and a wicket falls. Jakir Ali is gone. Well judged catch from Harmeet Singh.
Not the man that they really wanted, but in the end it's a wicket for USA. Jakir Ali, that's the end of the game for him. Manages 4 of 4 today. And Shadley pitched that outside off, made the batter reach for it. And in the end, he just couldn't time it as well as Jakir Ali would have liked, and a very good catch. It's always tricky judging those catches, especially when you've got some clouds in the air, the ball is white, the clouds are a little off-white.
2021 Australia. (2024) ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who is the next champion?
It's a very tidy over from Shadley. 21 runs in his 4-over spell, picking up 2 important wickets.
So it looks like Tanzim has come to the middle. In fact, number 22, that's Rishad Hussain, the leg spinner. And he comes in here with 3 overs remaining. They need 21. And Ali Khan comes back into the attack. Ali Khan has gone for, let's see, his first over went for 10. Manali, he will have to bowl way under 10 here.
Yeah, he is going to have to find his line and leg pretty quick, and can't afford to be expensive at this point. And he's picked up the wicket! He has picked up the wicket on the first delivery of his over. And Hussain is bowled. He's bowled for a duck. Bangladesh lose their 7th, and more importantly, USA pick up yet another wicket. They might just have something left in this bag.
So Shakib drags on. Ali Khan takes one. And it's 124 for 7, Manali. And this game has certainly sprung to life once again in favor of the Americans. 21 to win from 17 balls. But more importantly, Shakib is gone. And although he's batted well, he is now history and still 21 to win from 17 balls.
Could not have asked for a better delivery from Ali Khan. It was shaping away, and Shakib Al Hasan chopped it onto his stumps. Spent a little bit of time with the non-strikers, and today he goes for 30 off 23. We are now 7 down. Bangladesh 124 runs on the board, still in need of 21 more runs off 17 deliveries. But the important part is now we are into the tail end of this batting lineup.
Center, please.
Can USA pull this off?
So Ali Khan, and I'm going to borrow a popular phrase in commentary, Manali, if anyone can, Ali Khan can. So 124 for 7, new man out in the middle. And here is Ali Khan, 21 needed from 17 ball, runs in again. Oh, full and straight. That's a good ball. Defense is the game.
Here in the background, fast bowler to fast bowler, and that's right, you can see the heated exchange between the two bowlers.
Yeah, both Ali Khan and Tanzim are regarded as fast bowler, but I want to think, Manali, you've seen both of them. I think Ali Khan is a tad quicker. It's a crowd on their feet. No sitting room for the time being, 21 needed. And Ali Khan runs away from the come box, runs into both the Tanzim. Oh, short ball. We'll have to wait and see. Wide is the call. And so the Americans have given up one more.
Yes, comfortably over the head of Shakib, and I'm not really sure why that was necessary at this point. Because in the end, it is an extra ball. It's an extra run. And we don't have that sort of leeway if you are the United States in this game.
So a win for the U.S. They'll seal the series and take an unbeatable lead. There's still one more game to come on Saturday. That's a good ball from Ali Khan. The appeal goes up, and so does the finger of, and with a double strike in this.
And that's the delivery you're looking for in the death. Your Yorkers, nice, full, right into the pads. And Ali Khan might have just turned his fortunes around for USA. That is 2 wickets in this over. And Shakib's walking back for a duck. It'll be interesting to see just how many ducks we've seen in this batting lineup from Bangladesh. And USA have turned this game around. Take a quick look at that dismissal again. It's full, it's straight, it's right into the boot, and it cannot be an easier decision for the umpires.
So
Bangladesh 125 for 8.
So 22 runs to win from 15 balls. Shoriful Islam comes to the middle. And you ask the question, how many ducks have been in this innings? Well, let's see. Somia Sarkar made 1. Well, in fact, a duck. Tanzib Hassan Saqib, he was bowled by Ali Khan without scoring. In fact, there's only 2. And but Ali Khan, with a couple of strikes in this over, has put this game within reach of another victory here for the Americans with 20 to win from 15 balls. As Shoriful comes to the middle, he takes guard, and the rampaging Ali Khan on the charge.
Well, I've got Brian Walters standing behind me, reminding me why Ali Khan should be in the squad. And I believe Ali Khan has done well to prove you right, Brian.
It's a couple of strikes in this over. 125 for 8. And Manali, we spoke about the fans' response to Bangladesh loss to the US just a couple of days ago. This one may not go down too well should they go on to lose again to the American.
Well, it is definitely coming down to the wire. Still, the equation in Bangladesh's favor. 8 runs required per over. It's not a lot to ask for in today's day and age. But what we do have out there is tail enders for Bangladesh. And you would have to say the bowlers for USA are going to feel more confident knowing that Shakib Al Hasan is gone. The main batters of the side are gone.
With only the fizz to come, Mustafizur Rahman. And we know his exploit with the ball. Not too sure if he's come up with some winning performance with the bat. Full and straight, Ali Khan is doing the right thing.
Yeah, going to be another dot ball. 1 delivery to come this over. Ali Khan will be hoping to finish it on a high, potentially a dot ball, if not a wicket. But what an over this has turned out to be for USA, picking up 2 wickets.
It's 144 made by the Americans at their turn of 120 balls, and the feeling was probably they were 20-25 short. Lovely shot up and over from Rashad Hussain, and that is giving Bangladesh some bit of hope. Goes away for 4.
Ali Khan offering a little bit of width on that occasion, over pitched a little bit, clears the foot, Hussain, and he says thank you, I'm going to go right over top. And in the end, it's 4 runs to finish that over. 15 required.
2022 England. (2024) ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who is the next champion?
And crowd watching the game today, and they continue to come in their numbers. Second match of this series, US leads this series 1-0. Final game coming up on Saturday, but this one still to be decided. 15 to win from 12. Netravalka comes back into the attack at the top of the order. 2 overs, no win, 1 for 12. Picked up the wicket of Soumya Sarkar earlier on, but he comes in here and he comes in to bowl to fellow paceman Shoripol Islam, very tall individual. And we come down to 11 balls remaining, Manali, 15 to get.
That's the delivery to start your first, or your over off with. Nice, full, straight. If the batter misses, the bowler hits.
And the fact is, Manali, Netravalka gets the 9th theme. I'll give you 10 seconds to tell me who probably might be a good option going into the 20th over. I know this over, hard to tell yet what will happen. Into the offside, a single. Netravalka has gone for 1 in 2 balls, and we come down to 14 to win from 10.
It'll be interesting who they throw the ball to. I'm gonna say, even though we're on Ali Khan's side right now, he is going to be under the pump. He's gonna be under the pump.
So Netravalka has given up 1 in a couple of balls, and it comes down to 14 runs to win. Rashad Hussain, the leg spinner. Shoripol Islam, the fast bowler. And that's the irony of the game. Your primary role is a bowler, but you come in and having to win or save a match for your country. Rashad Hussain squeezes this one out towards the offside. House is quick, and he gets onto the ball. Every run counts. 13 to win.
You bring up a very good point about having to bat as a bowler, and we've noticed that players from the subcontinent, batters do their job to bat, but bowlers for some reason are not given enough time with the bat, and it's never a given that you're not going to bat in a game. So I'm not sure why we're still not looking to change that dynamic in some of these nations where bowlers are strictly bowlers and batters are strictly batters. And this is where countries like Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, they've got the upper hand.
Inside edge, and another wicket falls. It's 9 down.
Yes.
With 13 to win. Islam gone.
Yes.
You hear chants of USA, USA, and if you're a USA fan, this game has turned right around. Netravalkar, you just picked up another wicket for USA, and Bangladesh are 9 down, 132 runs on the board. They're still 13 runs short. As we take a quick look at this wicket, loopy, full, and Islam playing right over it, and the stumps are knocked down.
So the Fizz will walk to the middle. Bangladesh, and they need 13 from 8 balls. Netravalkar has come in, and he has made a very important strike. These strikes towards the end. All strikes are important, but this one coming down towards the end here, very critical. And it's the last pair out in the middle.
Well, I'll tell you, when this game started, and more importantly when this innings started, Bangladesh did not picture themselves in this situation.
Well, they bowled well enough to restrict the US under 150. The man on your screen holds the key. What could happen in the next 8 balls? 13 to win. He's got 2. And new man out in the middle, Mustafizur Rahman, very experienced bowler, but he comes in here having to win a match for Bangladesh. 13 required from the next 8 ball. Here is Netravalkar, and he looks confident. He looks confident like a number 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Well, that's one way of putting it. I can see he got the bat down on time. The comfort level might be a bit of a question mark.
And you look at this over so far from Netravalkar, he's only given up 2. A win here for the US, they will seal the series. Bangladesh has only won outside of Bangladesh 3 times. They've won in Zimbabwe, they've won in Ireland, they've won in the West Indies. Driven straight down the ground, will get a single, and so that will complete the 19th over. Manali, 12 needed in 6 balls.
Well, Harmeet Singh said it's doable. But do these two think it's doable?
ঘুম ভাঙা ভোরে অথবা মধ্যরাতে এবার মহাদেশের লড়াই মাঠে নামছে 20টি দেশ। আইসিসি মেন্স টি20 ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের নবম আসরের চমক এবার যুক্তরাষ্ট্র। খেলা হবে ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজেও 2 জুন থেকে শুধুমাত্র নাগরিক টেলিভিশনে।
And the tactic, and in the end Ali Khan will walk to the long part of his bowling mark beyond the 30-yard circle. Manali with the news Ali Khan has been given the last over.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the percentage will have to swing in favor of the Americans, no doubt. He's bowling to number 10. In fact, he's bowling to a number 11, and he's bowling to a number 9. So Rahman will be on strike. The Fizz, it's 133 for 9, and Ali Khan 2 for 16 so far.
We talk about death bowling, especially with your pacers. Interesting to see what Ali Khan can come up with in this over. He starts off well. They're going for the run. Well, they've picked up a bye.
Very good tactic, good plan. I get the feeling that Rashad Hussain wanted the strike. That was probably communicated between the 2 batters during the break. And so the strike goes to Rashad Hussain. We saw not too long ago he made a telling blow over the offside for 4.
Just wide of the batter outside the off stump, about 4th, 5th stump. Nowhere close to that ball.
So Rashad Hussain, and that's the U.S. camp. Coaches, the head coach Stuart Law, who used to be a Bangladesh head coach at one time, and Kevin Darlington. They're watching with interest. 11 to win for 5 balls. Ali Khan gets to the top of his mark and will come in to bowl to the leg spinner. Rashad Hussein's got a job to do with the bat. Short in the onside. Fielder comes around. Nitish Kumar cannot get to the ball. Now we'll wait and see. The umpires are just going to check whether it has carried for 6. But I get the feeling it has gone for 4.
While we wait for the confirmation from the umpires, this to me is a very surprising choice of delivery from Ali Khan. There's no reason at this stage to be pitching it short. You are asking for runs. Let's take a quick look at that delivery. It's short. All we needed to do was get some bat as a Bangladeshi batter, and he did. Not only did he do that, he hit the gap. Full, straight Yorkers. This is what we talk about in our death bowling, especially in T20 cricket.
And Manali, and those are the kind of ball that you mentioned got him the wicket so far. And so we're still checking whether it carried for 6 or 4. Bangladesh will certainly love half a dozen here. But we'll wait and see. I thought might have gone for 4, but we'll wait and see. And Vijay Malala, he's signaled forward. So 138 for 9, 7 runs needed from 4 balls.
What that delivery has just done is it's made it a lot harder for Ali Khan to now try and control this. Could have been a dot ball, it could have been a single or a double, but now we've just given away a boundary. What can Ali Khan do to make up for that? 4 deliveries left in this game.
Oh, he's gone! So Rashad Hussain is a cut behind, trying to go into the onside, and the USA has taken a 2-0 unbeatable lead in this series. 138 all out Bangladesh. The US wins again.
That's all it took. Full, straight, and we've got the game. We've got the final wicket. We've got the game. USA has now just won a historic series against a full member nation. They have won a T20 series against Bangladesh, and Bangladesh, unfortunately, part of yet another record.
So Ali Khan is certainly being mobbed, and for good reason. 3 for 20. And Manali, those 3 wickets, very impactful, set the stage of a finish. And in the end, look at that, a joyful USA team. They've beaten Bangladesh on American soil, and they've taken an unbeatable lead in this series, 2-0, with 1 more to come.
6 runs. They won by 6 runs. When this inning started, we felt they were about 20 runs too short, and the USA bowlers have corrected us and said, no, we think that was enough on the board for us to defend. We take a quick look at this Bangladeshi scorecard. Tamim at the top, 19 off 15. Samia Sarkar could not get off the mark. Shanto 36, Ridoy 25, and Hassan 30. Everyone else after that, single digits. And unfortunately, just not good enough. They were bowled out in 19.3 overs.
Yeah, we'll look at the card. I'd love to look at the figures of Ali Khan, 3 for 25, and Ali Khan, those 3 wickets has come to the latter stage of this game. Very impactful wickets, Monali. And in the end, I'm pretty sure social media will be on the case of this Bangladeshi team. They've lost twice in a matter of 3 days, and they've lost a series on American soil.
We just take a look at the Manhattans real quickly, and you can see the U.S. all in all fairly neck and neck with Bangladesh, but what did end up hurting Bangladesh is those wickets, and USA was able to pick them up on regular intervals. You're talking about social media, but if I was the coaching staff of Bangladesh, I'd be more worried right now, because you are just 9 days away from the World Cup, and this is your main side.
Yeah, the coach is Chandika Hathurasinghe, and on the other hand, it's law and order for the U.S. teams.